Morning YouTube. So today we're going to start the video with how to work the quick couplers on these Cat Mini excavators. We've had a couple guys request it, so we're going to do it for you. First things first, we're going to go in the cab and
in the cab here. Now you can switch these icons in this computer however you want them. We just like the coupler here on the bottom. So we push the button next to the coupler and it says on there to unlock the wedge. So we push unlock the wedge and then you'll hear an alarm. Now sometimes you have to curl the bucket like I'm doing now to get it to release, and other times they'll just release on its own. You see how the back is free. Now if you come back over to the monitor, you push this button here where it says unlock the front, and that unlocks the front. So bucket's off, and then it takes 10 seconds, there's a counter, for you to be able to lock it again. So basically it gives you 10 seconds to pick up your other attachment, lock into the front, curl the back, then come back over to the monitor, and you will lock the wedge. Now you're done. It's a good idea to make sure, put a little down pressure on that front edge out there, if you will.
Yeah.
To make sure that your coupler's locked. See, the bucket can't move. If you have your bucket on backwards, you would do that in the opposite. Just so that you make sure you don't throw your bucket of Brandon in the trench while you're working. So guys, another thing to really be careful with is these hoses. There's 3 different hoses, hydraulic hoses. See, 1, 2, 3, that operate this coupler. If you have one of these couplers, I highly recommend going to Caterpillar and buying these 3 hoses and keeping them on your truck. Because if you blow a coupler hose, you're down. You can't run the machine at all, because it'll just keep pumping fluid out. So I would highly recommend buying them, because you figure they're down in that tight area, you get rocks and debris and stuff in there. It's just a matter of time before one will get a pinhole, and we've had it happen. So now we just keep those 3 lines on the truck at all times. So
another important thing to talk about, we didn't talk about, is greasing that thing.
Always make sure you grease that thing every other day or every day. I mean, we switch buckets sometimes 30-40 times in a day. So just make sure you keep that coupler greased so that it always works properly for you.
So guys, hope you enjoyed our little coupler video. Now we got to get to work. Anyway, we're out here working for T-Mobile on a site. Lots and lots of junk all around us. Some kind of an electrical junk house, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, we're going to be coming up with some pipe, 1-inchers and 2-inchers. We were supposed to be on the other side of this stuff, but our project manager told us to stay to the front of it, not to bother moving any of it. Don't follow the red line drawing. Now, today we're only going to be getting the pipe. We don't know whether we have an inspection or not. This job was kind of last minute. We're waiting to hear back from the township. So the pipes are going to land right in that little window area there. We'll group them up as we always do. Right here is the 4 quarters of our generator. It's a 9x4, 8 inches thick. Ed will have to subgrade this out today. Now, we also are going to be installing ballards around this generator. Not too sure how many we're exactly going to go with. Right now we're set up for 7 of them, but that may change. Well, let's get to work and get to digging. found out we're gonna put some of the pipes here, the 1 inchers, and then the 2 inches gonna come up here. Yep. So we're looking for 36 inches of depth. Where I'm standing now, we pretty much got it. So here I am fixing this ground ring that we cut out of our way, and I'm going to extend it a little bit and then add a whip up for this cabinet. So right there is what the ground ring looks like fixed. We have it connected to the existing ground ring, and that's our whip coming up. That one there is a spare. Now Ed's gonna have to watch going across this driveway because we have the main power coming in, going to that pole. So we're gonna stick with that and make sure he doesn't hit it. Yep, saw that pipe, buddy. Right there. Perfect. I almost turned your guys off too.
Didn't expect that.
No. Well, looks like we're going on to this one. That thing is shallow for power. And of course, yeah, this job was one call. They didn't find anything. Typical. Working on trying to find that pipe again. We reburied it. I believe it's right here somewhere. Right there. Yep. got under it, no hand digging. We didn't find anything, but there's definitely something under there. But no need to go any deeper. But there's definitely high power with all that grit surrounding it. But lucky for us, we're gonna ride right on top of it and not even look for it. So I got a lot of this pipe in. Ed's working on digging. So far things are going quite well. The material here is real wet, so Ed's fighting getting it out of his bucket. It's all clumping up. Some of this stuff I gotta shovel out by hand as he goes. Could have kept falling back in on him. But besides that, we're doing good here at Full Tilt today. Alright, so now Ed's gonna do some subgrading here. There's our window and all the topsoil we're gonna reuse around this thing. So Ed's gonna save it, just bail it out there. Now, we do have to put a ground ring in here. So Ed's gonna put a trench on a diagonal so we can drop in a rod here. And then kind of where the corner of his track sitting will be the other end of the trench. Straight through. That'll be our ground ring with a rod on either side. One whip there, two whips on this side as always. And then, well, now you can't see it, that trench for a pipe will be straight in. Different. The ground's soft, so I asked Ed if he minded if we tried pushing them in with the Mini. The rods. That way I didn't have to carry the generator over because I'm lazy. Worked out great. Perfect. Perfect. Thanks. Oh. I'll take that over carrying the generator over here any day, guys. Got all of our pipes landed where they need to go. Still no word on inspection. By the way, happy Martin Luther King Day. That's why we don't know if we're getting inspection or not. Apparently all the offices are closed. So that's what we got. We're gonna leave this all open overnight. and hopefully we can get an inspection tomorrow morning. So you guys have a good night, and we'll see you back in the morning. Morning, guys. But we got bad news, no inspection today. Inspector can't come out till tomorrow. So what we're gonna do is backfill just the pad area and get ready for concrete. We have stone coming, our ballards and sonotube, so we're gonna get all that stuff ready. The plan is to pour the ballards in and we pour the pad though, so we're just gonna dig in the sonotubes for today. And for now, we wait until the 304 warms up. Well, our stone has finally arrived. Just a small dump for QB stone. We got our sonotube over there next to the truck. And we got our ballards. So now we're gonna put in our fabric and start stoning this thing in. Also, guys, this topsoil here that we took out, we plan on building up to the right side of that generator so the water goes around it and into the street and doesn't mess with that generator at all. So we didn't want to bore you with forming this thing up, so we didn't. The only thing we have left to do as far as forming is leveling it up, which we'll just use a level. And Ed's going to grab a shovel now.
This is what you call using all your scrap lumber for forming.
Yeah, guys.
Lumber all over the country.
And literally all this lumber is different sizes, but it doesn't matter. Now we're going to work on getting our stone to the right grade. So I'm looking for 8 inches thick of concrete. So I got my little board here. What I'll do is I'll measure down. When that gets to 8 inches, I'll have it stop bringing the stone. But we got all the ballards laid out, and the math was right. It is 7 of them. The front wall, it's 3.5 foot spacing. There's 4 of them. And on the side wall, there's only, well, 2 of them. So we're going to count that one to the front wall. So now we're going to dig these things in. Again, we're not going to be putting in concrete today, just a sonotube. Radius out. Yep. Good. That'll work.
All right, measure back 3'6".
Yep. Yep. There you go. Good.
Good?
Yep. Yep. A little more on that one now. Pretty much. So we got 3 down, 4 more to go. So Ed got all the topsoil graded out already. Now he's working on using the stone we have left over that we got delivered to put in around this thing. Now the prints don't call for it, but if you don't at least put stone behind it, someone's gonna have to come out here and maintain this, so that's not very smart. Inspection will be tomorrow morning to get this thing backfilled and compacted. Morning guys, we're on day 3 of this job, getting ready to pour concrete. We already passed inspection. Ed's working on backfilling that thing now. Concrete company called. They're going to be out early, so should be here any minute now. We have our chamfer strip on, our box built, our forms have oil on them, got all of our tools ready. Now we plan on filling up these solder tubes of concrete, and after we get the concrete in there, we're going to try to push these pipes in, the ballards, rather than trying to hold them level. So hopefully that goes well. Now, since we didn't put our pipe where it was supposed to go, we have to make sure we get this thing put back together right to make the landowner happy. We promised him we would. And where Ed's sitting now, this is all a parking lot with grass growing over the top of it. They said it was going to be early, ended up being late. We ordered this stuff with 4% non-chloride accelerator. It's supposed to be a 6 slump, 4,000 psi with air. See what it looks like. That didn't go as good as we planned, but we got it done. Sorry if we missed any of this, guys. I don't know what we got and what we didn't. We bumped the GoPro over. Anyway, we thought that was going to go better than it did. It was kind of a cluster. They're all in, they're all on a straight line, they're all plumb where they're supposed to be. It's windy, it's cold. It's messing with the concrete. Well, we got this site all wrapped up. There was a lot going on today. First we waited around and the concrete was supposed to be here early and never came early. Then we had to jump through our butts to get where we're at now. So I didn't get a whole lot of filming done because Ed was working on the machine while I was finishing up this pad. Now we still have to throw our seed and straw in this area here. And remember, this is all going to stay the way it is, a parking lot.
Is it springtime yet?
Not yet. Today we had spring, winter, a little bit of summer now. Anyway, our ballards, we domed up the tops and just broomed them off. Obviously the pad's already covered. Now, these still have to be painted yet.
17 degrees tonight.
17? Well guys, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.